Now we're going to announce our Robert J. Moore Award. Former teacher, coach, and athletic director, Mr. Bob Moore, helped play an important role in HAC athletics in many areas. Many players and coaches that worked with Mr. Moore will tell you his compassionate, caring attitude helped to influence them in a positive way. The Robert J. Moore Award honors Mr. Moore for his 20 years as athletic director and dedication to the Harley-Allendale-Columbia athletic program. Mr. Moore retired in 2009 and remained on the Board of Trustees at Allendale-Columbia through 2018. The Robert Moore Award is presented to a Harley School and Allendale-Columbia School students involved in HAC athletics. It is presented to a student athlete that best represents Mr. Moore's good work ethic, caring attitude, and ability to show compassion for all. The male award recipient for the Robert J. Moore Award from Allendale-Columbia has been a three-sport athlete for the past 3 years while competing on the varsity soccer, basketball, and track and field teams. On the soccer field, his work ethic and positive attitude helped to earn him second team Finger Lakes All-Star West. Coach Hunt describes him as a solid, consistent, and dependable performer. After missing the first game of the season, this individual did not come off the field for the remainder of the season, not even for 1 second, as Mr. Hunt mentioned earlier. On the basketball court, Coach Leon describes him as, quote, consistently being one of the hardest working players in the boys basketball program. He has a great attitude, works hard, and leads by example. He does more than is asked of him and is always willing to step up when needed. End quote. Coach Deckman says, the track team's bulletin board has displayed a quote from legendary John Wooden. The main ingredient of stardom is the rest of the team. Perhaps no one on HAC's track team embodies the spirit of that notion more than him. He is the key component of his team's successes this season. A consummate selfless player, always willing to quietly do whatever the team needs, whether in training or in competition, end quote. The Robert J. Moore Award for Male Athlete is Gifford Cameron. The female award winner is also a three-sport athlete for the past 3 years. She's the true definition of a student athlete. Amazingly, she was able to balance 3 sports along with taking 3 AP classes and honors U.S. history this past year. Throughout her career, she's been named a 5-time Wayne Finger Lakes League All-Star, 3-time All-Greater Rochester Honorable Mention, and has a combined total of 8 sectional titles in cross-country, swimming, and track and field. It's hard to believe that she's only a junior. Coach Deckman has had the opportunity to work with her since 8th grade for a total of 8 seasons up to this point. He highlights, quote, she's an invaluable asset to our teams, both on and off the field of competition. She's an exceptionally caring soul. Her willingness to advocate for herself and for her teammates is admirable and has directly benefited our program. She's a passionate advocate for her teammates. It is not unusual to see her greeted even by members of the other teams at competitions and is consistent with her inclusive and compassionate nature. The success of our program is due in no small part to her dedication and steadfast leadership, all despite suffering a debilitating ankle injury that may have sidelined many others. Coach Mancuso says, quote, she had a breakout season on the swim team this year. With her tenacious practice attitude, she was setting times early in the season and it continued throughout the entire season. The female award winner for the Robert J. Moore Award is Liza Cobb.